What is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here. Hopefully, you guys had a great, happy new year. Get ready for the weekend. Make sure if you guys are just tuning in, you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe because you don't want to miss what we're going to have going. Definitely hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. Love to respond. And this is an interactive channel, right? We're a bunch of fans having a good time talking football, primarily Cowboys, but we get into other stuff. You know, I represent the U as well. But hey, first of all, great college football game with ASU and with Texas. I'll be honest, I've never watched a game of ASU. Thoroughly impressed with Skattebo. I mean, that dude showed some heart. There's a lot of questions about how he would translate in the NFL. I think he could have a good career in the NFL. I see him more, if you guys are old school, maybe like a Brandon Jacobs, Peyton Hillis. He's going to be a big physical type back. I don't think he's going to be one of those guys that is going to be your lead dog. He's going to be a 1-2 punch in the NFL. So some people ask me, hey, would you mind him in a Cowboys uniform? Me personally, I wouldn't. I think as long as you had a complimentary back, I love his physicality. I think he brings something to the table. And like I said, we don't have enough dogs, on this team. So, bringing a guy there, it's his energy and his physicality. It's contagious throughout the team. You kind of saw that. So I'd have no issues if the Cowboys were to bring him in at running back. But like I said, you're going to need to have a complimentary back. It's almost like when they had the Giants in their Super Bowl years with Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw. You had that thunder lightning. And I think if they did something like that, I think it could work. But definitely was thoroughly impressed for the first time watching him. It was a great game. Some people think I'm a Texas hater. I'm not really. I just like to bust chops because a lot of our subscribers and a lot of people on the channel like to give me a hard time about the Hurricanes. So I always got to give it back. So it's just the way it is. But definitely Texas, they're going to have their hands full with Ohio State. Ohio State throttled Oregon. So it's going to be very interesting. So college football playoffs in full gear, NFL playoffs getting ready to get started. Unfortunately, our Cowboys won't be in it, but I'm ready for 2025 to get started. But you do have opportunity. You are going to pick your teams that you want to follow and hope for that they do well. And like I said in a previous video, I think the NFC is wide open. I think 1-7, you can make an argument for almost any one of them to represent the NFC. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Just catching up since the last video. We'll be live tonight. Kelly K9 and I will be back in the cave. We'll be talking a lot of Cowboys. Be a lot of fun. We'll definitely mix in some of this college football, maybe talk a little bit more about it. But, you saw Zeke. Cowboys parted ways. His request. Don't have an issue with it. I think it's an opportunity for him to latch on to another team that's maybe making, going into the playoffs and maybe looking for some depth at running back. I just think things just didn't work out here. I think it was good intentions, but I think with some of the injuries, and I just never got the feeling that Zeke was, I hate to use the word all in because Jerry used it, but I just didn't really feel it. And I don't know why. I think maybe injuries and some of the things that kind of, the way the season got started, just kind of maybe snowballed and lost some of his fire. With the Cowboys, I think some of the things with obviously the way some of the games are going out, it wasn't getting a lot of touches and really didn't deserve a lot of touches if we're just being honest. Rico definitely outplayed him this year and deserved to get those touches and continue to be the lead dog. And you kind of saw the running game change once they committed to Rico. So wish him well. No hard feelings. Love the guy. He'll always be represented in the cave. He gave us a lot of great memories, gave me a lot of great memories, gave my kids a lot of great memories. Love his family. So definitely wish Zeke the best, and I hope he gets latched on to a team that can make a run and he can maybe play his part and help getting them a Super Bowl championship. So definitely wish him the best. Other things that, kind of going on with the Cowboys, and we'll get into the offseason. Obviously, a lot going to be surrounding the draft. Saw some really good players. Wouldn't mind seeing the Cowboys getting one of them wide receivers in the draft in the first round. I think that should be their priority. To me, this draft should be all about playmakers, all about guys that bring that dog mentality, but are playmakers. I think the trenches. I think we've got some good young guys on the offensive line. I think obviously the defensive line Still going to need work, but I think you can address that primarily through free agency if Jerry gets off his ass and spends a little money. I think you can get some good veteran guys in there, drop-in replacements that work under the scheme, whether it be Mike Zimmer, whether it be another defensive coordinator, depending on how the coaching thing goes. I think that's what you can address there. For me, it should be about wide receiver, running back, pass rusher, cornerback. I want to see playmakers with this draft, and then obviously filling in the gaps with free agency. They're going to have to be aggressive in free agency. You kind of see the way the NFC is set up. As bad as things were for the Cowboys, I mean, I don't know how they won 7 games, but they did. You saw some young guys stepping up, and you saw some guys that we thought were going to be, going to the next level, take a step back. I mean, Jake Ferguson, he was my guy preseason to be an all-pro, to be the breakout tight end in the NFL, to be the next one carrying the torch for Kelsey and for Kittle. And it just didn't happen. I mean, obviously, quarterback plays a part of it, but he didn't do himself any favors, fumbled the ball a little bit. I don't even think he got a touchdown this year. So, and you saw Schoonmaker. You saw Schoonmaker elevate himself. So maybe Schoonmaker is the guy that we kind of push to the side that maybe we need to look at further, or possibly, maybe addressing it in the draft. So we'll see what happens. But that was a disappointment. But I thought Mozzie did better. So you saw some of these guys in the draft that we were tough on last year elevate their game a little bit. The other concern that I have, and I pray that they address it with the first pick in the draft, is wide receiver. I think outside CeeDee Lamb, I don't think we have a receiver that you can count on. I think Turpin, I don't really want to put him into that receiver category because I think he's primarily a returner. And I think Turpin can be that playmaker for us on certain plays. But we need a legit number 2 receiver opposite of CeeDee Lamb. And got to be able to take pressure off CeeDee Lamb. He's done phenomenal. He put up over 100 catches with another backup. People forget he did it with Andy Dalton. I mean, the guy has always produced no matter who the quarterback is. And that says a lot because a lot of times the receivers are so dependent on the quarterback. The great ones, the really elite ones, they're elite no matter who's the quarterback. And CeeDee Lamb is in that class. Also, I saw the Pro Bowl teams or whatever, the skills team, whatever they want to call it. Not real big on the Pro Bowl anymore. But it's still, hey, definitely congrats, CD. Like I said, well-deserved. Micah Parsons, Brandon Aubrey, Kevontae Turpin. Tyler Smith, I don't know if it was reputation or if he was truly, truly deserving of it. I know they played better down the stretch on the offensive line, so maybe that's it. But definitely, congrats to those guys. Hopefully they have a good time. It's back in Orlando. Ever since the Pro Bowl left Hawaii, it just hadn't been the same. Hadn't been the same for me. So, but anyway, I'm going to get out of here, but wanted to just drop a quick video. Make sure, again, you guys hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the share. Hopefully we see you guys in the cave tonight, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk some Cowboys. We're going to start looking into the offseason. Obviously, we're going to get into some playoffs, get into the college football. So it'll be a fun-packed hour and a half, however long we like to run it. Really dependent on the great chat and viewers that we always get bringing the fire. So definitely appreciate it. Thanks for everything. Hopefully you guys had a great new year, great 2025. Things can't get any worse for the Cowboys, right? We're going to get better. And hopefully, personally, for all you guys, you have a great 25. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the cave. Peace!